Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for the raid boss and a couple of alternatives in case you don't have the troops I'm going to show. Alright, first of all, from the shop you're going to want to definitely grab tier 1. This gives you a potion of enchantment, which means all your allies start enchanted at the start of each and every battle. And this is really cool because this is a 3-day event. It did start yesterday, but I had a busy day yesterday and I didn't have time to do one yesterday, so I'm doing this video now here today. Tier 2, also very good. Absolutely essential if you do not have a Borgak. This guy is absolutely essential if you want to go far in this event. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by skulls, and if they're a boss, deal 3 to 5 times damage based on your ascensions. So this guy is a Godslayer. Don't worry too much about those traits. If you're a newer player and you can't get them, it is having the guy in your team, which is the main thing. You cast him on Zul'Goth, he'll be doing extra damage, you're going to need him. You're going to get this guy with tier 2 if you don't have it already and pop him into the team. Absolutely essential. Now if you do have the gems, thoroughly recommend the King Chopper. Explode a load of red gems, grant a random status effects to all Groznak allies, then summon a troop as well. So really good weapon. Do like these explodey weapons, very handy indeed. So grab that if you have the gems. Right, let's crack on. I don't want to make this a long video because I want to get it uploaded and there's Gems of War, Guild Wars video still to come. Anyway, right, this is the team I've started with. Typically for lower level players, doesn't require any legendaries. There is a better troop which is a legendary. I'll just show you who that is. But this is a good one to start with. Black Manacles does damage to all enemies. If you don't have that, you can type and go to weapons, type in damage to all in the search and see which weapons you have. I like it in this because it's not going to mana block the other troops. Dire Boar gets mana for the team as well as does damage to the first 2 enemies. Kruarg the Dread is also very good indeed and deals a little bit more damage than the Dire Boar. And if there are 13 or more red gems, summon a random daemon. So we'll kill people with them anyway in the early stages, which will be nice and fast. You don't need to have Borgak in the team absolutely immediately, but it's good to have him there because Zul will come along before you know it. But basically, these 2 guys will be doing the damage straight away, as will Black Manacles, and killing them outright. Now, regarding the better troop, if you have it, then I would definitely pop in 2 of Shogorath. If you have 2 of these, then forget about those 2 troops I just said. Pop in these 2 instead. Absolutely superb. Silence and deal 40, in my case, true damage to the first and last enemies. This will be based on your magic level, and this thing also explodes 5 gems of the most used ally mana color. So really, really cool. And like I say, if you have 2 of them, forget what I just said about Dire Boar and Kruarg the Dread and just chuck 2 Shogorath in there. Absolutely superb. So I'll start with this one, do a few battles, then jump forward and show the Shogorath team. So for this, I haven't actually picked the banner yet. It's not actually that essential because we'll be flying through the early stages. Don't use blue, so let's see what we can do with that. Right, well, Black Manacles is going to be the thing to get charged up nice and quickly, so we'll go with that. Right, let's get going. I'm in the Orc class Barbarian at the moment, and I've gone initially for Ferocity, Counter-Attack, Root Trap. Really handy to entangle that first opponent, especially if you're a newer player. Storm Aura, create a Dust Storm, handy to get more brown. Vengeance and Bloodthirsty. I've got those potions because I've bought up to tier 3 to already obtain that weapon. But we didn't need to do that. We can just get Black Manacles up and just cast that. Don't have to cast the Orcs just yet. They can be used as backup damage later on if we need them. If you have any tokens of or medals of Nisha, chuck them on. That's going to boost up the damage of your weapon. And it does make a difference. The amount of times that you'll leave the enemy on 1 or 2 life sometimes is kind of crazy sometimes, and that really does help. Nicer medal boosts up your damage and stops that sort of thing happening. Merilith, loads of arms, but she's not armless. So do we have brown or purple? Yes, we do. Always good to just get that going straight away. Just whiz through these early stages and then I'll change the team around because, like I say, you can just select a row as well. I'll show how this weapon is quite cool. You can choose a row like this, so you get the mana from there as well as create a 3-match with this green. So we do that. That takes that away, and it's even better when you can generate a 4-match from that. Can come in handy. Normally I'd just charge up mana cores and cast. That is still the quickest way, but just a good opportunity to show how you can use that troop to good effect. The Diabor. It's not so dire at all, actually. As a early player, I remember using that thing quite a lot. Get purple instead. Get that just because. I see now we're going to have to get a second charge, so we'll help that along the way. That's going to kill somebody. We'll get extra skulls from that. And just finish them off with them. So Zul'Goth kills an enemy, barriers and enrages himself. Right, so what I'll do now is I'll just swap to the team where if you do have Shoggorath, how you'd play it. You'd pop the 2 of them in instead. Like I say, even if you've only got 1 Shoggorath, still start with that and then just have a Diabor or Kroag the Dread, whichever one you prefer. Kroag the Dread is very good, but it's not often you're going to get that 13 or more red gems. So generally I'd go with the extra damage. So I'd go Kroag the Dread and Shoggorath if you only have 1 Shoggorath. Come on, Toxic Zul'Goth. They say you can cast that right away. You can do this, just get rid of him absolutely straight away. And as soon as one of our other troops is ready to go, you can collect blue for them regularly if you want. Or wait for black manacles to charge again. Either way, you're going to have to wait for a second charge, so. Or get both Shoggoraths up straight away. You can change to an explodey weapon. That would work. What should we get? Now generally you get purple, you see, because any overspill you get from manacles is going to go straight onto the Shoggorath. And I got a Devour. That's why the black manacles are cool. This is ready already. See you later, Zul. Nice and easy. Pretty fun too when the old black manacles works. Super handy when you're a newer player too, because your stats get boosted by the stats of the opponent when you get that Devour. So that is super handy. I remember loving it as a newer player when I got the black manacles working and devouring people. Get blue now if you can, but there's nothing doing, so we'll collect something that brings the blue nearer. Then we're ready to go. Didn't need it anyway, but let's give Shoggorath a bit of action. Nope, not enough. Use our Godslayer. As you go through these events, as the battles get harder and harder, it generally is recommended to take out Zul'Goth as quickly as possible. You can collect red on its own for our Godslayer. That's definitely a good way to go about it. Definitely take skull hits like that as we go along, because that makes a difference, because then when you hit these twice, gets rid of them quicker. And Zul'Goth got a bit excited there, but not on my watch, matey boy. Not today! Right, so I'm going to stop the video soon, because this is pretty much the team now, I think. There could be a preferred way of choosing a different weapon. You can change to a explodey weapon, like I say, to get things charged up quicker on the manacles or the Shoggoraths rather. But I just love the way you get the random devour on this thing. And you can get it, collect blue manually for our Shoggoraths. Hit them, take out 2 enemies. That's charged up again. Zul's gone anyway. We can hit the Shoggorath again. And it's all good. Right, what's an alternative weapon though if you don't have black manacles, say? Right, let's see if we can do this without mana blocking anybody. Right, so you don't want blue, you don't want purple, we don't want a mana block Shoggorath, don't want red because we don't want a mana block the Godslayer, so we're left with that. So, what we got? Hey, could go with good old Mountain Crusher. Nice early weapon. Most players are going to have this. That would not be a bad shout at all. Mountain Crusher's already ready. Already ready, Eddie. There you go. Cast that. We've got them 2 troops up straight away. Mountain Crusher's ready to charge up again. Generates mana for the team. That is a bit unlucky. Can take out Zul'Goth. And that's got the Shoggorath ready again, which is now going to take out Merilith. And the other Shoggorath was charged, and the Godslayer was ready again. So yeah, this is a pretty cool team. No mana blocking going on. Obviously the 2 Shoggoraths have to mana block each other, that is obvious. There's a couple of nice hits there absolutely right away. Quite a lot of blue there. This is going to get our Shoggoraths up. Yeah, this is a nice quick team, this one. Mountain Crusher, 2 Shoggoraths, Godslayer. Not mana blocking the Shoggorath on colours is important for speed. Can pick up any drops we get, which are going to make things quicker anyway. Mountain Crushers is not ready yet, so we'll just get it ready now. It's good to cast Mountain Crusher at a time like this, or collect the mana now. And the reason is, if you cast your Shoggorath now, the first one, the blue you get on it next time is going to go onto the first Shoggorath, obviously, or purple. And that means you're going to have to wait for the second one. So it's a good opportunity to make hay while the sun shines and grab that mana while it's there. Then you can cast them back to back, taking out the enemies. Bizarrely, we killed Zul'Goth before we killed the Raven, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Right, let's take a quick look at that new weapon then. Because that was quite good. It was a King Clubber, wasn't it, or something? King Chopper. I'm making no jokes about that. Alright, so it does mana block 1 Shoggorath, but it does some pretty cool stuff. Explodes all those red gems and has a summon. See, what you could do here, if you liked, was you could move one of them to the top like that. This is just experimenting. Not saying this is a wise thing to do. Just means in the early stages, when you're still quite safe, the Shoggorath gets charged quickly. Now this is ready. There's not a load of red gems there, but we'll still collect something. And indeed, it has got the first Shoggorath ready. We can do it again. Of course, the handy thing is it has a summon as well, so that is a really, really nice thing about that. And those status effects, look, every time we cast it, we get a status effect. We're now enraged, we're submerged, That's pretty cool. Let's get rid of their Azul face. See you later, matey boy. Let's cast... Oh no, let's collect some normal mana. Ah, Surge would have been nice. Can now cast these back to back. And leave them on 1 life. Let's finish them off bizarrely with the Godslayer. So yeah, that will work as well if you get that weapon. Pretty handy to have that summon, especially if you're a newer player. I definitely remember that being an important thing. When I was fairly new to the game, trying to get some sort of summon in the team was an absolute lifesaver sometimes. Often, in fact. Quite a few red there. Let's explode them and pick up some extra mana. There you go. Not too shabby. Take out Azul at the first opportunity. And generally, just rinse and repeat. Double cast on the Shoggoraths. Get 4 matches when they're there. See, this is going to be 2 casts again, so it doesn't actually make a lot of difference now. You can cast this to get the Godslayer up at the same time. Cast the Shoggorath, then the Godslayer will do the job. Or get a random Lucky Skull hit, and it does the same thing. So there it is. There's the teams I recommend you use for this raid event. My Guild Wars battles will be later on today. Check those out, but thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, bash that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.